ngoto ni poporora ni chidiba mazipi oni farao vatu no bafaraho ndipo nendira dzanu bobodzi farao
ndangwendera ombera parero
ya akumbira farero ri azvipire
cheka nendira no farao kwamba nezvino bewendo ni pachikara namba zisambi kwamba nezvino
muna mudzi vazori la talidzo lo ambara cap posho zvambulo ngalichibvura lo there lichikwadera
ni aretisa ni andi.
What up, everybody? You know what it is, from Aubreymangenge, Mr. Aubreaction. We're back again with another episode of Meet and Chill. I don't know if I can say this is a special one or whatsoever, because I'm with my best friend Namusa Nepa. But before Chiapo, I was in the Ambola Nepa News Cafe, Tohoyando, Tabani Molo, Cheriba, the Pinang, and the Pinam Tuabo. Wasongo was other one of quantity, any Bakona Namusi, and the Ambakoyanga music video, Bakoyanga Minyani, Bakoyanga, more podcasting, about Tama, and then to my podcasting. Where Mukwamo, not the jazz video Nepo, when about, but the business of Amazon, Ulamuane. Mkwamakazi 71 347 6085 wadomkwama kana basedzane matungo zihonetele. Today I'm with my friends. I don't know if I can say best friend or what, but yo man, we have been friends for so long, and then I'm the great White. What up, man?
Hey, what's up, bro? What's up, bro?
I'm good, man. Like, hey, it has been a long time coming, nah?
We've said we're gonna do it now, and we forgot it, and we said we're gonna do it again, and obviously time has been a factor.
Yeah.
So it's definitely been a long time coming, man.
Yeah, we're going to Talala. We're going to song about America. So we only was here on the but yeah, man. So okay, so I told you before anything, right? Or I want to have two types of like interviews with you about music and also about albinism, because I feel like we, as people and you as a public figure, we need to like educate most people about albinism.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So there was a feel like it's better for us to like
talk about it
right now, and then we're gonna do another one as well. So when you get time again for like, the music.
You said I got noticed by people in America. I never have time now.
Yeah,
zero
so
time.
Maybe we might do it after this one. You never know, right? So. As a person, right?
Yeah.
When you are growing up and then you realize, yeah, man, I'm the white guy here. I'm the white black guy here, right? Amongst your people growing up, how was it like? First thing when you started to realize, because
for me it took a very long time to realize, okay, well, I'm different, because you know when family and friends and everybody around you don't treat you different.
Yeah.
It makes it easier for you to just navigate. So then I didn't really, as much as I knew at some point, okay, you're different. Or maybe, let me say I knew the day in the Shanga Duba.
Okay.
Hey, that was painful. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey,
that was one of the most painful things ever. So I knew then when my mom explained, hey, Beru Kandarano is a bit different from everybody else's. Yours is very sensitive and all of this. And they can understand, okay, I'm different. And then obviously as I grew, I started sort of teaching myself about albinism, because as much as you're a person with albinism, doesn't mean you actually know it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that you know the fundamentals of a person with albinism. So I did my research, understood it, and it made me look after myself even better, because now I knew, okay, hey, there we are, Sapanda. I have to have a hat. I have to put on very expensive sunscreen. Those kind of things, man. So I think, like I said, it was not really different compared to any other environment, because but whoever around me, closer people like family and friends, made me feel like one of them without ever feeling like I'm an outcast. Obviously, there's bullying there and there, but at the end of the day, the people that actually matter made me feel better.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So how about like maybe Mratu, younger brother or something, when he was growing up and be like, yo, man, did it?
Nah, I think sometimes family, they are really into what you're doing and who you are, and like they were raised in a space where they already understood what albinism is. So there was never any of that. Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong at the Shamboko and when they were like,
No, trust me. If it came to a beating, if you did something wrong, you receive it normally. There's no, you're special. Nah, you receive it.
I was asking because you told about something like sensitive skin. I was like, yo, so when some of us were receiving those
sensitive skin to the sun.
Okay.
Not to beatings. No. If uri no kaka, you have to be punished somehow.
Yeah.
So one thing that I'm very happy about is I was never made to feel like I'm special.
Okay.
I was treated as normal as they come.
Yeah.
If I have to be punished, I was punished. If I have anything, it was just like that.
Yeah, man. But how about like as a guy growing up, right? You have to also make friends, right?
Yeah.
And then you are making friends, and then and I don't even know anything about that, right?
Yeah.
How was it growing up, like, or making friends? In fact?
So I don't know if I can call it a blessing or not, but
okay.
The friends I've had, man. This courses are like from my primary school and all of those, but the friends I've had at home and people in the village never really saw it.
Okay.
I don't think in their mind it ever registered that, hey, I bet this guy is different from a skin color perspective.
Yeah.
It never registered like that. We did everything together. Remember, if a person now realizes, he's different, maybe they treat you a bit different.
Yeah.
They would have told me, hey, Munando Shangadu.
Yeah.
They didn't even look at it like that.
They're just like, yeah, you saw the
us.
Yeah.
Hey, that was bad. Hey.
That was bad.
Yes.
Also, was that you about to talk about, like, it was?
No, I was a constant person in the soccer field. I played a lot of soccer when I was young.
And you got for umbrella.
Nah, you'll have a mara zanda zinda.
Yeah.
Even abe sunscreen in yagor ni zone niko idora. It's constant applying. Maybe after an hour or so. But then nichemtuku ni dora ruti na vakazo mamuna. But the
because
time
you want to play actually.
Hey,
you want to go down there and play at Tambas the Kotamba.
Ningo Tambas govela ndi tournament. Nichipeza hapa nikwawera kupisi nyana ngo umera futi. You are lucky to win kwa final ngo umera futi niko fesa, so it was hectic. I don't want to lie, it was a very hectic time.
So the friends, when you're growing up, there was no point where those people were like treating you like special or bro, hey,
never.
We have to be.
My friends never cared. My friends were like, so what? Hey, professor, like my friends never cared that's why I'm saying if they knew and they registered it the way Yori is in the Mutuarna albinism, those kind of things. Probably they would have said, hey dude, let's not play right now, let's wait for the sun to go down.
And then let's not play at 5
now. Let's go, man. Hey, professor. So it was a hectic, man. It was hectic growing. It was hectic in a good way. It was hectic in a good way, yeah.
Okay, man. So you're an educated guy. Like, what was your English? I forgot about Maningo. He said educated guy.
I try.
And the reason why guys, there's what about to complain. Guys speak English never vendor guys. Like I told you before, this guy, fan base it's not only with us.
But at the same time, too, you need to think about people via.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you need to think obviously when you go nothing basic in all aspects of the world, you want people from other countries to listen to you.
Yeah.
You don't want to just make music and then you continue to song about because they're very important, but they shouldn't be where you end. It shouldn't be the goal. You're okay. They got to fair cover to an end. The music Italian music for Batubayani, but in all languages that you can, to also make them proud in a way.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people when they are mentioning me on that Dex thing, because it's not even because I made it in Venda, it's because I'm from Venda, not because my music is Venda. So originality for me, it's always been the greatest thing.
Yeah, man. So I think we're gonna talk about that on the second interview, right? Let's skip it. So now like you're an educated guy, right? And then you went to Chizin Special School, right?
Yeah.
So how was it going there? Because many people actually describe not as the same school as I went in. I'm saying good or whatsoever.
So I can put it this way, right?
Yeah.
Children's school probably has, for me in those days, had when I compared my vocabulary to somebody that went to a normal school, as they call it.
Like me.
Most of them cannot keep up.
Yeah.
The reason I'm trying to come back to that is, as much as it was made for people who needed special attention, especially people whenever they were party, it was divided into sections, right? Firstly, Children's School was like a safe haven for people that are looked at as not normal, right? Unabana whenever wachichimanga wheelchair, people who are totally blind.
Yeah.
And again, people with albinism. The reason for people with albinism was for proper education or albinism mean.
Okay.
Professor, for you to understand yourself better, to be able to articulate yourself better, for you to be able to go out there in Ashkanari. My name is Romeo. I'm a person with albinism. This is what albinism is, so that you can be able to be an educator of sort. Give other people the right knowledge into what albinism is. So Children's School for me had probably some of the best education I ever had, because my English teacher was a blind man, was a totally blind man. His name was Mr. Chove. Brilliant man. That man taught me probably the best English I ever spoke.
Okay.
So that kind of background made it easy for me to navigate through life. So the experience in Chilidini was amazing, man. Again, it made it easier for everybody else that felt like they were looked at differently outside.
Yeah.
To be in a space where they felt some sort of normal, because it's like in the it looks like you.
So it's just like okay, yeah.
Professor,
Yeah.
So you wouldn't feel like it would feel like that kind of thing, Professor. It's really a safe haven. If you feel like Ninangwana and you don't really want to understand it or and now and all of those things, that school works.
Okay.
If you want to build your child's confidence from the ground up, that school works.
Will work, because when I will come to not later more than
imagine that school has, in my time, well now I chat in my time, church or like
too much, and it was famous.
It was there was a lot of people, man. It's divided into 3, right?
Yeah.
Blind section also comprises of people with albinism, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Totally blind people, partially sighted people.
Yeah.
That's blind section.
Yeah.
Blind section back then was probably maybe 1,000 people, 1,000 to 2,000. That we were a lot. And then there's a section are deaf.
Okay.
By impaired, by hearing impaired, right?
Yeah.
Again, specially treated, they are taught in sign language from the ground up, so that they understand better. They can be in the world, the economical world better. Our side is for physically challenged people, right? Children's School provided wheelchairs for kids and all of those things. So, like when I said it's a safe haven, it gave you everything that you would never have gotten everywhere else. Yeah.
So I heard you saying already, one of the reasons comes when a special school, and then one of the reasons why maybe but when albinism, where actually this school was for them to be taught albinism. Don't you think na schools becomes public school we need to be taught about those kind of things?
No, it's a necessity, but at the end of the day, man, mentalities are not the same.
Yeah.
They don't look at it as a subject to be taught. It was a subject as a school subject, but they don't look at it as something that they need to address.
Yeah.
Nah, like you find kids that go to normal schools and still get bullied.
Too much.
But then, what is the school doing about that? Or suspend you for bullying somebody, but you're not rehabilitating their mind. Albinism the meaning and what needs to happen for them to be in a space where they understand it better. They don't understand it because you're not teaching it.
Yeah.
It needs to be taught, but you can't teach it. Sometimes I think another thing that made it very difficult for other schools to want to teach albinism the fact theory ngana rona mtu mtipits with albinism. Now in Chile the majority like there's a lot. So it's better to teach kids what they are when they're still young, so that they can carry themselves better out there.
Yeah.
Like imagine if Ndigachkoro Chene Ndijanana RR, for instance.
Yeah.
Shout out to RR. Ndijanana RR, he doesn't understand what albinism is. As much as he's bullying me, he's not bullying me from a person of maybe but understanding sometimes becomes a factor. Not understanding what you're talking about or how deep it goes becomes a factor.
Yeah.
I think that is why I'm saying Children's school is forever for me gonna be a safe haven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think it's the system, the way it comes to Zuranga Yori,
like
no, man.
Look,
we should be combined.
I feel like that school is necessary.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's cool for segregation. I'm saying the school is necessary for teaching purposes. They can even migrate it into a normal school and just still keep the same foundations that they had.
Yeah.
And just include everybody else. It's not more or less the kids that I'm worried about. It's about the people that actually teach the kids that worries me.
Okay.
If you're not teaching albinism at any other school, if you know this topic, how do you think a person feels? But you're not thinking about it deeply enough to say, okay, we need to start talking about this.
Yeah.
For everybody to feel comfortable to come to this school, we need to talk about it. They don't.
And I don't know they care about this other stuff, like HIV.
They care about things that literally impact your life in a life and death situation.
Yeah.
But they don't really look at it this way, right? If bullying was as hectic as it is right now, how many people with albinism would have killed themselves already?
Yeah, man. Like
because right now it's like
it's famous.
It's like it's fashion. Hey, it's like it's fashion now. It's suicide. Yeah, but man, look at it. Back then, when people were being bullied for, bullying from an albinism perspective, it's not that much now.
Yeah,
back then it was hectic. It was really hectic. Imagine how a child was thinking back then if they would have been thinking the same way that kids are thinking now. Because right now, gone. And it's not something to joke about. It's very painful to know, Ori. Kids feel like that is the only option they have. And imagine if how many people with albinism would have thought that was the only option they had when they were being bullied the way we were being bullied back then. Because I think for me, to be honest with you, family was a big factor.
Yeah.
My family have always made sure that even if I'm bullied, they made me feel better. They knew, Uri, okay, he's growing up in there's only two in the whole of the side of Ramondo that I live in.
Yeah, I know.
There's me and this other cousin of mine on the other side of the clinic in Angivas.
Yeah.
That's it. Now imagine the gap that is you. It's not like it's not like now when people see me they rush to come and ask for a picture. It's different. Back then it was hectic. It was just the friends that I played with that understood not to go that far, right?
Yeah.
But everybody else, every other kid, obviously they don't know any better because it's not being taught anywhere.
They don't know anything.
Nah.
I was giving us a good time. I'm watching. I was giving
and understand most of those people now are parents.
Yeah.
Which means if they never took time to learn about it, it's being passed on to the kids.
Yeah.
So it's like a generational thing. It's not changing. It's not changing.
Yeah.
So what do you do at instances like that?
Yeah, but how was it like transitioning from, at school, you were saying about like even when they joke, you took it as like, man, we are just making fun of each other.
I was one of the jokers. Right? Trust me, I was heavy on that. Hey, my guy, I didn't care what was happening. I would go in, my guy. I'm telling you, I had friends who are on wheelchairs. I didn't care, my guy. I was
Like,
going
oh.
in like because it was that we were
Mutual,
it was,
like, yeah.
It was a mutual playful thing.
Yeah, they took it as that.
You didn't think about it as a mutuko tonkorera or something like that, right?
Or Rukombola or something,
we went
yeah.
in, Baba. It was.
Yeah.
Understand some of the best soccer players that I played with, when someone would probably have one hand. There was a guy called Bomatabi. Right now still has. I won't say head because like.
Yeah, I know.
Still has no hands.
I
but
know him.
One of the best soccer players I ever played with.
So that guy can play football, nah?
Hey, he was nice and he was quick.
Yeah, I don't know what. And I also in box gym because I also want him. Yeah, I even wrote a book.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about that with him.
Before we even, I was shocked to see him driving. By the way, I'm just saying that.
If that guy can do anything, man, he can do it.
He's
an
amazing.
inspiration. He can do anything. He's amazing, man.
Yeah.
But now you're also like, how was it transitioning from that? You know, like at school, you are with those people, or like you are with the people that you can relate more with, and then at home you come with friends who are like.
So for me, it was not really a period of transition. My dad was the type of person that Bachishuma present.
Yeah.
Every Friday, Bachicha I'm going home. So he kept the balance. From Friday until Monday morning, I will be at home, right? Which means I'm not about the friends that I play with at school, but the friends I play with at home.
Okay.
So there was a balance. I didn't need to adjust. It was a flowing thing. The way I spoke to people at home, it was still the same way I spoke to people when I went to school.
Yeah.
So for me, that was the blessing.
Okay. So that's like.
It was balanced out.
Just good as it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Before we take a break, I want you to tell me about like the song "Human," right?
Yeah.
You mentioned something about Tanzania killing people living with albinism, right?
Yeah.
I want to hear from you, like, how is it like writing that kind of a song, like emotional song like that, so relatable to you?
So for me, it comes in pieces. Let me put it this way. I do my research every time I have to talk about an actual topic that's not just about me, right?
Yeah.
Part of my investigation at that time when I was writing that song, there was a lot of killings in Tanzania, man. People with albinism were being killed for multi-purposes and all of those things. It hit home when it happened in the area that I was at the time.
Okay.
I was in a place called Manguzi, closer to Mozambique.
Okay.
And there was a girl that got killed by her own boyfriend for exactly the same reason, multi-purposes. And for that same day, I remember I had this beat for a very long time. I didn't know what I was going to do with it. And then I did the chorus first when I was there, but it was still rough, obviously. But my thinking behind that was I needed to talk about what people are not talking about. We are talking about, hey, I'm being bullied, but we're not talking about how people are being killed for things that don't really exist. So when I wrote that song, I literally had bodyguards that weekend. I was doing a work thing, right? I was doing a work roadshow, and this guy called Ahmed, shout out, he organized bodyguards for me.
Okay.
Because that happened when I was there. So you don't know whether they are looking for more people.
Yeah.
You wanna be safe, you know. And it was very sad, man. I remember we went to the funeral. They never found the boyfriend because the place is literally on the border of Mozambique.
Okay.
I think he fled to the other side.
Yeah, he might have.
Ngofesa. So it was very difficult for me to not talk about it, even though you'd wanna keep quiet. But I was like, nah, man. As much as I want to keep quiet, nobody's talking about it. Let me say something. That's when the song came up.
Okay.
And then I decided to put it in a way that you could relate. To get people to relate to what I'm talking about, I always include myself in that.
Yeah.
And I don't include myself I don't fabricate a story for me to be inside the song. It's always about me in a way. I make sure there's me in it. So when I spoke about that and I called it human, it's because I wanted people to understand that you believe so many things that don't even exist, but you're not believing just one thing that says you and I are not different. If you don't want to believe the fact that we're not different, you're believing things that only happen in movies, bro.
Yeah, man.
You can't tell me that I don't die, I vanish. Who does that? we came from the same God. Why would he create someone with special powers like that?
Yeah, man.
Because if that was the case, my wife would be married after 10 years and I'll be like, ta-da, I'm back. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, who's my wife now?
Yeah, you understand? So it will be really weird, but at the same time.
And when they say you don't die, you vanish, but they're killing you. And when they kill you, they see you dying. You're not vanishing when they kill you.
Thank you. Do you understand? So
yeah.
You get to witness these things. I for some time started even believing that maybe people with albinism don't die, because I had never been to a funeral where a person with albinism died until I went to one. But I was already like 15 when that happened.
Yeah.
I went to one and I was like, oh, okay. This is real. Okay.
We can die.
Need to start moving differently right now.
You have to be careful now.
I was thinking, hey, let me just be a daredevil. Let me do these things. You understand? So
yeah,
you start thinking carefully. Oh, hey, you know what? I wanted to base jump. Let me maybe not do that. Let me not jump off a mountain, because I will definitely die.
Yeah, man.
And you know, those kind of things make you realize, okay, people really do believe in really stupid things. Because I remember I was once in a taxi, man. When I still really used taxis like that.
Okay.
I was in a cab in Joburg, and this lady touches my hand and she's like, I want to go and put numbers on Powerball because I might be lucky because I touched you. I'm like, I looked at her for about 5 minutes. I'm like,
I'm in a taxi with you.
I'm like, you are older than me. You definitely shouldn't have a mentality like that.
I mean, you're in a taxi with her. You could have applied a Powerball for yourself.
Exactly.
Be that.
If I have the luck, I could have been Bill Gates.
You see?
So hey, it's weird things. It's weird things that you see people doing, and you'll be like, oh, you know what? Education on this topic is still very relevant, and people are not doing it.
Needed.
Another thing that I also wanted to touch on is sometimes as people with albinism in the public eye, right?
Yeah.
Public figures, we sometimes forget those that are not. When I say sometimes forget those that are not, I might say something jokingly because I'm comfortable saying it, and I don't feel like, even if you come back at me with a bullying factor, I will feel bullied. But we forget that there's those young ones that are gonna be called the same thing that you used as a joke, and they're gonna feel bullied.
They're gonna feel bad, actually.
Yeah, Negofesa. Sometimes I always go back and say, remember that you don't just speak for yourself no more. Speaking for yourself ended when you had 500 friends on Facebook. That was you speaking for your friends, for yourself. But the minute you decide, I want to be a public figure, I want to be known everywhere, what you say really matters.
Yeah.
I related this to when Kevin Hart said something about gay people. I don't think he said it in the right light. And he said it about 10, 15 years ago, right?
Like before fame.
But then it came back and bit him in the butt when the Grammys called and said, no, the Oscars. He was supposed to host the Oscars. He couldn't because that was brought up again. And my point again is, what you say may not directly affect you, but may affect other people around you. That's what I always tell people, that you must be mindful. Or there's a kid out there that is probably with the same condition, or it's not even a condition, might be living with albinism as just like you. What you say for you might be a joke, but it might be used as a joke against that child, and it hurts them. And you might think, because obviously, no confidence. Some of us still have low a very low self-esteem because, again, you don't know what has happened in their life.
Yeah.
Adding on to that by saying something that you might think is a joke because you have the confidence on 200% might be bad for them.
Yeah.
Because you know, I'm the type of person that will call you out, friend or not. I will tell you, and I'm not just gonna be the type that says, "Hey, this is wrong." What? I will call you out, but I will make you understand why I'm calling you out. Because I don't just anymore. As much as I don't feel, I don't. Then you can't bully me anymore. Man.
Yeah.
Then you can say whatever you say. I'm not. I feel like it doesn't bother me like that. But I know somebody else gets bothered.
So we are back again. Usana zwimwe teleko number is apanda number tupedzisa stuku few questions nyana nefa number pledge. So you were saying or you call out people, right?
Yeah.
Zadonkumbuza when Rootkid released the song Chamra Lupio, and then he talked something about Ungaranga Zabumrepa.
I remember that.
Right. So and then you called him, you told him, yo bro, that was wrong. Not maybe to me, but to other people.
So I spoke to him na Stan because again I know them like that.
Yeah.
It's not like people that I don't know and I've never met and we've never really. I've known Stan longer than I've known Rootkid.
Yeah.
And I probably have known Stan longer than I've known so many people. So he would understand better when I don't just call him to say something is wrong. He knows when I call, I genuinely have a reason for calling.
Yeah.
So I also appreciated the fact that they understood my where I was coming from with it.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at it from picture me as a small kid and somebody coming to me and using that same line because they heard it from somebody that is prominent.
Yeah.
It would have been a bad thing. Now people are going to be saying, okay, hey, line influencer, so that was the only reason I went and said, hey, look, man, the line from a rapper's perspective is it's not even wrong. From a rapper's perspective, that was bars.
Very dope.
Yeah, no, I don't. That was a bar for real. But from a person's perspective, it's not a bar.
And he's a public figure also. So
exactly, it's something that has been used for many years to bully a person with albinism by saying stuff like that. That same line is the reason people are getting killed. That's when you're looking at it from a holistical view. Even I remember I had a very broad discussion Nandika on WhatsApp. We were talking about this because Ndika sent me a text. Let's take this to WhatsApp. I want to really understand where you're coming from. And we had a very good conversation.
Yeah.
Ended up with very good understandings because, like I said, I was not talking from a personal perspective. I was talking from a child that is somewhere else that still is getting bullied, and this is still being used as one of those lines that are bullying them. And at the same time, that is the same reason that a lot of other kids are being killed everywhere else, because they believe if I get this kid's blood or limb or heart or something and I eat it, I won't die, because they don't die.
Yeah, I'll also vanish.
Ngofesa.
Yeah.
Imagine you looking at it from that. I'm definitely sure once I said it and I put it in that aspect, I won't say I believe. I know, because they told me they understand where I was coming from.
And they took the video down actually.
And that was big of them to do it the way they did. And like I said, I had a very broad discussion and that's a very topic. No, musically, that was a bar. Don't even play with it. That was a pure bar musically. But I was not thinking about it, and I didn't even look at it from a music perspective, because if I look at everything musically, I won't really have a fair and broad understanding of what I'm trying to say to you. For me to really put together or articulate better my point is to look at it from outside the music. I shouldn't look at everything inside the music, right? Look at how sorry to even go in here, man. Look at how people are looking at Kendrick Lamar's song. What's it called? Is it called To the Heart or something?
Yeah, the Heart 5.
The Heart 5, right?
Yeah.
They're not looking at it musically at all. They're looking at what he was saying in there.
Yeah, and
but
everything, the visuals also stuff.
In a different spectrum. They're looking at it from what he's saying from a Nipsey's perspective, from a Kobe Bryant perspective,
from Kanye West, all the stuff.
Mar ajira na music just from a human perspective. As a man, Kanye West might be thinking this. As a man, Kobe Bryant and Nipsey from heaven would have been saying this, not as a musician. Yeah. Because Kobe Bryant again was not a musician. It's just that he used the art form to articulate that message. Therefore, you need to think about the messages you articulate in the art form because they affect people differently. Yeah. It's not just about putting together a bar. It's what the bar says that makes sense. Yeah. That's what I really said to them.
I get you. We're about to finish, right? With this topic. So I just want to ask you about something that you already said. I think it was December, January. They were trending that thing, Yotoula, if you remember those things, right? People were making jokes and stuff. I posted something like, yo guys, it's like people now are using this Yotoula
again
to
witness. You are making you are. I love the fact that you are confident about who you are. Yeah. I love the fact that you don't take this as something that people are using to bully you. But do you think about the 5-year-old that is now being bullied and being called Yotoula at school? Yeah. Because it might not be, like I said, it might not be something that I look at as something that will affect me negatively. But do you think about the 5-year-old that is somewhere else, that is now, again, the common is the only person in the class. Now like yo man. How do you think
because I saw even people like you who took picture with you long ago, they're posting you like Robert like all those kind of stuff. Like he did that, but people now are no longer focusing on him. They're focusing on other people that they know.
Like I said, it's not about what you say. It's the message behind it. It's who you represent that at the end of the day gets affected. Yeah. You need to always think carefully about what you say, because how you say it or how you put it might not affect you directly. But imagine if now you said Yotoula as a witness. Obviously, witness understands why why it may affect other people wrong, right? But let's say in the future he has a kid, and the kid is a kid with albinism, and now the kid is called Yotoula. He won't look at it as a joke anymore.
He'll be like, yo man, you're bullying my kid now.
Professor. Sometimes we look at things as a joke when they don't affect us. Until it affects you directly, you will understand that it's not a joke. That's I told him, I was like, my guy, you and I are like public figures. People look at us and be like, wow man, these people are doing it big and living freely and all of those. But do you think about the 10-year-old that is in some school right now on Zura Panda because they're partially sighted and now they're being called Yotoula? Do you think about that?
Yeah, I get you. I get you. So my last question, as we close this up, I just want to understand from you, how do you feel about being called an albino?
So, firstly, I don't really think about it like that. Yeah. But why would I don't think people really understand the difference. Okay. I don't think the people understand the difference between an albino is like a tag, right? But a person with albinism, it's proper definition, right? I don't really fuss about it because nobody really just calls me an albino, right? If I did, I would probably just teach you the right way to say it. I've done that with a lot of people in my circle. To say, don't know, if you're gonna say it like that, don't say it this way, say it this way, because
Yeah.
Other people will get offended, and it might not end well because some people get offended and get angry at the same time. So rather not say it like that, because sometimes in Ingaruiwa, because here's what I've noticed a lot today. It's not the person with albinism that gets offended. It's the people that love him that are around that person that get offended.
Like, yo,
and
man,
now you're gonna get punched in the face. So it's better to sort of let somebody else teach you the right way to say it, and then move accordingly. I think moving accordingly is always the best thing you can ever do for yourself, because in the Wakanika situation, you said it, you didn't know that this person has bouncers, and the bouncers will show you flames, and it becomes a problem.
Yeah, man. I think I'm done. I just want to know if there's anything you want to say to the people out there, or maybe anyone who's watching.
No, I think it's just one thing, right? Remember that what you say affects more than just you.
Okay. As
much as it's your Facebook, it's your Twitter, it's your Instagram, remember that this is me to public figures, to be exact. If you're gonna say something, really think about it, and when you put it out there, understand that whatever comes with it, you need to stand for it.
Yeah.
If people are gonna cancel you because they feel like what you said, it's racist or it bullies other people, be able to stand for it. But I'd rather say, think about your messages before you put them out there.
Yeah. Yo guys, we are with Romeo ThaGreatwhite. Wasongwango zori nepa news cafe to ya do the videographer. Ufimi listener cinematographer.
Videographer is me with my cell phone chilling here this. That's a videographer.
So my cinematographer is RR photographer. No diambo if you go shumana ye badudo mkwama case number phone nyango diamba zino khabone apa zinezari 071 347 60 071 347 6085 ndizenzo bamkwama akudubatela zotha abakonyangela podcast basongora ushutha ama Aubrey tele podcast abamkwama badala ne podcast nali ari na uchiba uyokushumiwa venda ali aluwe abana munyanya abamubiza ona part bamubiza naba bafoto shoot yazinepepezi you also do that ngoralo music video 1000
but while you're busy promoting him, let's learn to accept his prices. Let's not be no.
His prices are his prices. You have to
if you cannot afford them, you're not the target market. Let's leave it at that.
Mara, it's only 1,500. So 1,500.
I'm telling you, you will find a person that is still saying dinner 700.
And check, I bet 1,500. We got it like all locations. As long as you have transport, you can take him anywhere you want to take him.
I'm telling you again, they will still come and say dinner 500.
Because now don't know budget. Don't guy, and like I don't know location. Guy, but this guy was 1.5. Give it to him. You give him.
But then again, one aspect that people need to understand, because that price might change after this podcast. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Let's be
market every day.
When the market grows, obviously the quality grows. That means even the budget now needs to change. You need to have a broader thinking, Yori. Obviously, if Nandiko wanna a feature from Romeo and 500 last year, you are definitely not gonna get it in 500 this year. So
because we're no longer working around.
But then again, the music videos he's shooting are no longer just music videos he's shooting for YouTube. They are on TV.
They are on TV,
so
man.
So different aspects of life. Growth means even the budget must grow. You must come here with a budget. Don't say RR Ndofara 300,000. Then he can tell you, you know what, the 150 will be for my compensation, and then the 150 will be for everything else that we need to shoot. But you need to start training your mind to think, or run a business. You should never think an RR, for instance, is doing you a favor. No, it's not a favor. You are not doing RR a favor by wanting him to shoot your podcast. Understand that. For him to come to your wedding, it's not a favor to him. It's a favor to you.
And it's a favor to you, right? For 1,500.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying it's a favor.
It's a favor to you.
And imagine what happens when he shoots a video and the video goes to 1 million in one week, right?
Yeah.
You won't afford him.
That's how it is.
As much
man.
as you are saying 1,500 is a lot right now, by the time he shoots a video that everybody else, even the States, are raving about because he did such a great job, because he always does. Right? Let's be honest with that. If that time comes and you are still one of those people that are saying, hey, uko dura 1.5, jinapo do wako danga 30,000.
And then the bad English fingers, you know.
Udora cher 30,000 na rea, eh, ndido vya kaini. Na wanoto.
Yeah, man, this was Meet and Chill with Romeo ThaGreatwhite. Ni Aubreaction wala asi THE and THA.
Yes, one word.
One word. ThaGreatwhite. Also fit there. Romeo ThaGreatwhite. Yo, man, I promise you to interview. This one was just a specific for you. And for Aubreymangenge, and I'm out.